Hey, good morning, everybody. This is the professor with the Day Trading for Success. Please read this disclaimer. I'm not a licensed financial advisor. Please seek the advice of someone licensed before you try to emulate any of these trading strategies or styles of video demonstrations that I show here. So today I'm trading with a pretty large group up here on Zoom. I have Charlie's over here. She's handling the chat. Alan's trading behind me. There's a whole bunch of people over in the studio over that way. And we're going to be trading Apple 1,000 shares following the RV strategy, which I will go over with. I'm experimenting with new layouts right now, so this might look a little bit different to you. I will make this one available. I'm not sure this is the one I'm going to end up with, but eventually later this week I'll probably build one in a video for you, again showing you how to do it yourself or just take the one I end up with. I am working on one that's going to be for a 5-minute and 1-minute perfect scalping layout. This is all marked up for the RV strategy, so it's a little jumbled up right now, but it does have all the custom indicators that I like to use to help me scalp successfully. So that's what you'll see here on this layout. So at any rate, and I'm in process of trying to do a video that has the perfect entry, and I realized I had to change this. So this over the next week or two, I'll be trying to get that out and also creating the perfect new layout to trade either a 1-minute or 5-minute. Although I do have a lot of charts all the way up to 4-hour minimized on this layout. And the reason I do is because it helps me set up the different strategies that I might trade that morning or that afternoon for power hour, however I want to trade. So let's go over the layout first. This is a 1-minute. We'll go over the custom indicators in a minute. That's a scalping indicator. This is a day chart reduced down here. This is the active trader. This is a level 2. This is a 15-minute chart over here. This is strictly open on a 5-minute to show you the dashboard. This is a 5-minute chart down here that can be used for trading or to do multi-chart alignment, which is what that indicator is. And then I have reduced here a 5-minute, a 30-minute, a 1-hour, and a 4-hour. These are all used, again, you don't have to have them all here. They're not in my way. I like them so I can open things up quickly, and I'll show you how we started this, how we do this whole setup to trade the RV strategy. So the RV strategy is a strategy that came out not this year, but last March of last year, 2023, that basically changed everything because it was the first strategy guide put out by the $1 Million Margin Club, who are book publishers and traders, a group of traders. It's the first book that came out that showed you scalping large and mega caps. Doesn't mean that people weren't doing it prior to that, but there really wasn't any strategy guides, and they put out strategy guides. They're known for that, if you know the $1 Million Margin Club. So they put out strategy guides, and everybody was very happy when this came out, and it just took off to bestseller status because the strategy was back tested by all the group at the $1 Million Margin Club, and thousands of hours seeing if this was a viable strategy, and it is. And it was designed originally for beginners too, to be safe, because large caps are a $25 billion minimum market cap, $1 billion minimum float. Apple's actually a mega cap here, but those stocks move very, very slowly, sort of like a big lumbering animal across a certain range. So you try to find the range first, which the RV strategy did, and then you put up historical data with indicators and stuff to help you decide when to go in, when to go out, in and out. So let's go over that now that you've seen the layout. The first thing you do for the RV, because we're going to be trading in just a few minutes, okay? This is a day chart that I opened up. So the first thing I do is I look at the previous day, which is to the right of my picture up there. It closed at $237.33. Then you go down here and you look at the ATR. Now, what is the ATR? It's the average true range of a stock over 14 days, meaning what price range did that stock move on average over a 14-day period. Now, if I highlight over that candle again, it's going to tell you on that day the average was $3.69. Or you could call it $3.70 because it's rounded up. That way it's easier to do what we're about to do. So the strategy calls for then, once you know what that total is, you divide it in two. And then from the close, which is at the top of a green candle, you subtract that half of it to get an ATR range low, or a range low, let's just call it. And you add half to get a range high. Now I call that ATR. ATR is just one number. But just so we remember, where did this come from? This range came from the close and then getting your average and finding out the mean center of that. So most large caps that day of that range will move in between that, up and down, right around like a snake moving in here. In this case, it's already leaving the range. So we'll talk about what we do with that. The RV strategy doesn't cover it to go beyond the ATR. However, how you set it up, traders have found that the principles with the RV strategy, you really should stay in a range to be the safest trader you want to be with the RV strategy, which is designed around safety over profit, because it's always better to have some money than to lose any money. So even if you don't make a lot, that's why they designed it. So what happens if it leaves that? Well, we'll talk about that, but the principle still can be traded. But what you do next, once you have that range set up, right, you're going to go to a Fibonacci levels, and you're going to want to make sure that you foul that. And now Fibonacci levels can be, which are these yellow lines, can start either on a high or a low, but it's always left to right. So in this case, it was low. So I left clicked there with the Fibonacci open. Then I dragged it over here. You can move this over with the wheel on your mouse. And then I snapped it. This is today, so this didn't exist. So then I snapped it here. And then all these levels open, which are nature's mathematical formula. Now, even though it was going up, typically the other thing you can count on large caps is they're kind of moving in the same range over a 10-day period. In this case, Apple has been steadily going up along with so many other stocks, especially the big ones. So these Fibonacci levels are below the price action, but typically nature's mathematical formula here, you would use these as support and resistance levels, and that's what the strategy calls for. And then the other thing you do right after that is you set it on a 2-day. Again, it was low to high because it's just going straight up. And then we're going to get into a little bit of how we trade it when it breaks the range. So as you can see, it's all these the pink lines are what these opened up. This one, they're all below where it's trading right now. So what we've done, professional traders have done, is figured out a way to get support and resistance levels when it breaks out of the range. And there's many different ways to do that with historical data. But this is called the Fibonacci extension, where you click it here, you drag it up, left click again right where it was, and then click a third time, and then these will open up, and they will now give you another of nature's mathematical formula, like a continuation, to have levels above and out of the range. So that's not in the book. That's just something that I just showed you, and I recommend doing it. Then what the strategy would call for, as we're talking about the strategy, is you start with a 4-hour chart, looking back 10 days within the range, and you mark where it would have abruptly turned around, and you put a line there, because that becomes historical data for support and resistance that you might want to watch, because it might do it again. You're trading with a pattern means it repeats. That's the whole idea, right? So you're looking for a chance that it might repeat. In this case, everything's out of it. So it's not going to help you. I mean, there's a little bit right here from the day before, and then you would keep going down according to the strategy. So you find some, and here's some that we could have found in a 1 hour. And if that doesn't work, then then you go down to a 30-minute. No, you don't go down in this strategy. No, this strategy is only the 1 hour. So the 1 hour, then the 15-minute. Then you would go down to the 15-minute. Sorry, I'm trying to remember because I trade different strategies. The open strategy, which is day trading volume 4, has 4 strategies, and you're going to want to get that book too, because that's amazing. That came out this year, went straight to bestseller, past day trading volume 1. And then the other ones they have are the pattern playbooks, the Candlestick pattern playbook, which is amazing. That's day trading volume 2. And they have another one of that's like puzzles and games to help you learn patterns. You really should learn your candlestick patterns. The Candlestick pattern playbook is the only one that has them rated. That's why I really highly recommend that. Along with Mark Douglas's Trading in the Zone is another great book. Tom Hougaard, Best Loser Wins. So I have all those different links under Show More. you know, open that up on the video, and you'll see all these things that I believe in. And I highly recommend the books for the strategy, the $1 Million Margin Club, Margin Club, a group of professional traders. They have their own YouTube channel, and they're authors for the books and stuff, but they have a lot of really good information, and they also have a lot of custom scripts. So you're going to want to check them out and their website, which I have links to. Now I'm going to go into some of the custom scripts I have here in just a few minutes that I have left before we begin trading. I'll be doing what you call quarterbacking for everybody here, but everybody's responsible for their own trades. So this is you can get this indicator for free. This is amazing. So this is all the green represents the buyers, the red represents the sellers, the blue column is the, no, I don't want to do that. Hang on a second. Let me just do this a little bit bigger. Yeah, the blue column is the volume, and this is the sentiment within it. So this really tells you what's going on, and it's kind of a continuation of level 2 after, you know, the buy and the sell happens, and that time and sales is the receipt, and then it all comes over to this candlestick pattern, then a histogram, all within a split second. So it's just like, depending on what you get used to reading, this is a continuation, and you can see how this is helpful here. The other thing I have on here is the market magnet, and now there are videos over at the $1 Million Margin Club showing you what this really is, but basically these arrows are based on a 50% zone on large caps, and it's just amazing how accurate they are. So you want the market magnet because you can see how the price action just stops right where it says it's going to stop, stops, you know, it stops going up, stops going down. Nothing's for sure for everything, obviously. It's just one more thing you can look at that can help you out. The other thing I have on here is their new buyer seller oscillator, which the little green arrow tells you when it's going to turn around. See how it was going down, it turned around. See how it's going down, it turned around. See how it was going down. It didn't quite turn. It did. It went all the way down here, closed above it, but then it went down again. So that is another fantastic indicator. I have links to that. So I trade with these on here, and it looks busy because they're really very, very helpful. The other one you have on here is the half and whole dollar. So every half dollar and every whole dollar has this light kind of grayish line. Now you can draw those yourself. I've got the indicator, so it's always there on every stock on this chart, half and whole dollar. And these are trading with the crowd. So many people will trade on the even dollar or the half dollar. So knowing where those are, remembering that those are levels are very important. So because I couldn't use any of the other 4-hour, 1-hour, or 15-minute historical data, I'm sticking with what I do have, which is the Fibonacci extensions, which I showed you, as well as the half and whole dollar, as well as these indicators, which really, really, really help me trade. I would say that the support and resistance levels that are set up are probably, 25 to 30% of what I rely on, and then the rest is indicators that are telling me what to do. And then, of course, nothing's for sure. No matter what you see, you always have to, like Mark Douglas says, always count on your trade going against you. Always have a max loss per trade, a max loss per day. And just making sure everybody, she's catching up with it. So we just have a moment here to start trading. So it's interesting. We're right at the ATR. So typically I would go down off of this. I would play it short, but it's breaking. It broke it. It also broke this extension level. So you've got a double whammy here to turn this around. So let's keep a close eye on this. It broke it. Yeah, so this might go all the way up. You can see it already snagged it, this half dollar up here. So you really want to have these things marked out. You can do these yourself, but the other ones really help. It also broke this. Now the magnet is the overall average of the price volume at a certain, the volume at a certain price. So you always look to draw back down here. I'm looking at the scalping indicator, which is really strong, and at the top of the column, this is saying it's going up. but it did break a resistance. I always look at these like shackles, trying to pull it back down like it's alive. So, whoa, it went right back down. So now I'll be trading market, even though I have this set up for the perfect entry right now, which I'm working on for people. And we start exactly a half hour after market open, which is right. I'm going to go ahead and get in right there. Let's see what happens here. Nothing good right now. Yeah, I got in. She's telling them, so 239.32 is what my short is. Now I have a max loss per trade of $500. I don't want to see it get to that. And let's just see here. Yeah, I could have called this wrong. I really thought it was going to turn around, but no. So it just bang off that, so that might turn. There it goes. So now it's turning around. So I might just play it off this ATR and go right back around again. Now, I don't expect much slip. Apple's going to fill me. Remember, this is all Thinkorswim. Thinkorswim, Charles Schwab adds 2.7% liquidity to whatever shares you see here. So you multiply that by 100, and then you multiply by 2.7, and I will get filled. You know, and that's how it works. So not every brokerage does that. It's really great that they do. So they have the kind of their own dark pool. So it's something to think about. So you're going to see me take a lot of trades, and I will do reverse. And because my way of trading, everybody now that's a risky way to trade, and I don't recommend it. But I'm going to I'm in a competition here today, which I didn't mention. So I got a challenge from somebody that's not really in our group that thinks his way of trading is better. I'm going to actually reverse off that. As I see the magnet just pulled up, I saw the price action come in, I saw the magnet pull up, and that told me that that was going to that this is going to be like a trampoline to push this price action up. Doesn't always work, but that's what I'm looking for. And then I might reverse it again off the ATR and go back down again. So I'm going to be playing some really tight scalps, guys, that because of the competition that is kind of the old days. This season is mostly trading with low share size. This is an anomaly that I might not, you know, I'm mostly going to be doing like 100 shares. So I think it's going to go back down. I'm going to just take that right there. So I got it at 07. Got it to 360. So I'm going to try. I slipped a tiny bit there. Price action coming in to lift it up. I have to be careful. I'm in the wrong position. I'm going to get out right there. So 390. Yeah, it didn't slip much, which was good. So I got it at 390. So this magnet and continuing to come above it is going to push it up. So it's kind of like fighting against itself because these green arrows, I expect these green arrows to pop up at any time or I'm in the wrong position. As you can see, the sellers drop with the scalping indicator. So even though I'm a competition, guys, I'm explaining every move, which is they were advising I don't do for this, but I wanted you to see it the way it's, you know, I'm okay with doing it. So 5 minute, okay. So this is the market price that I get. Tempting. I see the volume. I don't like that this hasn't pulled up yet. The arrows, but the magnet is strong and steady with that. There. Oh, okay, that's telling me to turn around. See, that is the buy sell oscillator. So, but this is in conflict. This is the multi-chart alignment. These are what people see on the 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 30-minute chart, 1-hour chart, and wow. This is conflicting. I am conflicted. Part of me wants to turn around here, but right as the multi-chart all turns green, the scalping indicator is saying go up. You know, the arrows and the magnet are kind of pulling it down along with this buy sell oscillator. So this is definitely conflicting. I have to be able to go fast here depending on what happens. Now the whole and half dollar's right up there too. That's a $0.50, which is oh, there it goes up. Okay, so this just pulled up. So now I'm more confident to stay long. Okay, so we'll ride this a little further and just see. Now what's that really doing is the average volume is, you know, being averaged, and it's constantly recalculating, and it's moving it higher. So then more people are now higher up in this range of 50%, which is how this is set, the market magnet. So this is a really, really useful indicator. You know, if you're going to get just one, well, if you're going to get just one, get this, the scalping indicator. But then between the buy sell and the market magnet, those three indicators. The buy sell oscillator is fairly, wow, look at this go, huh? So this is a good trade. The buy sell oscillator is also very good. Okay, so I've got to be careful here that it doesn't just drop off this. This $0.50 is concerning, but everything else is saying go, go, go. So I'm holding to see if it breaks that. Okay, just a shadow. It broke it. Now it's right up at the high day, making a new high. Outstanding. So everybody's going long there. I can't see the person trading that's competing against me, but he is being monitored. So, wow, I'm going to look at this retracement level, this extension level up there to 239.83. That's going to get me to reverse no matter what. So we'll look at that level. 70 on the market maker. It may not make it up there. It seems to be hitting a wall right here at the high. There it goes. There it goes. It's still going. So I'm looking for it to hit like that, just above the 80 area. Wow, what did I get at? 78. All right, so that's a little lower than I want. I'm going to reverse again and see if I can get it higher up there. No, I better get out of there. Okay. So yeah, I'm not liking that. So I saw that this didn't make it to the top either. So let's just try that a second. So I've got it at 239.77. Charlie's letting them know, and I'm trying to be the best scalper I can be right now. I get challenged every once in a while by other professional traders that aren't in our group, and then I take it pretty seriously. There is some things on the line besides reputation, so I find that mic'd up I can trade just as well. So that's a new high as not mic'd up. In some ways, I'm so used to it because I used to quarterback for lots of traders, and I'm just so used to just calling it. I think I would call them out if nobody was here. So don't worry about me. See how the buyers drop, guys. Everything's now saying, other than the multi-chart alignment, remember, you're looking for all the right things to go your way. Now, this is the opposite of the way I'm going. But multi-chart alignment's a very important thing. This is another great indicator. I get to see what the people that are trading the 5 minutes or the 15-minute chart or the 30-minute chart or the 1 hour chart or the 4, when they go in based on their time frame. Now you see they're all seeing it's going up, so they're more likely to go up. Nothing's for sure. Now you can open all these charts separately. You don't need this. It sure is helpful though. So I have a link to that indicator too. I'm gonna actually take that little scalp there. Oh shoot, maybe shouldn't have turned around. Okay, this is what I call managing a bad position. I think I was about to tell you guys why I reverse, because if I reverse, I think that the price action is going to stop. So I'm thinking over time, I realize that I want to Wow. Okay. So the time that I take to decide to go the opposite direction and wait for a perfect entry, I was losing money, and that bothered me. So yeah, I blew this one though. This one's still going. I'm looking for a way to get out here. If I can get out at all, I'd rather go short, but I'm looking for a lesser loss here. Every penny is going to count right now. So I'm looking for a lesser loss here. To go reverse, to go short. But now I'm thinking, this didn't make it to the top of that column, right? And we do have, yeah. So I don't know. God, oh, there it goes again. Yeah, I definitely reversed too soon to go long. What's really happening is I'm missing moves right here because I'm stuck in a position. So I probably could have made $50, $100, 50, at different spots here. But because I have to lose money to take advantage of these little plays in here, I'm kind of stuck. And this is bad because we're timed for exactly 1/2 hour to trade on the competition, which is what the strategy calls for too. And my competition is not using the same strategy to trade within this time frame. So, but the same stock. So that's, oh, it's telling it's going to turn around here. So I just can't. It started to go up, and then it said it was going to turn around. So I'm just, see the arrow flashing up there? That's the buy-sell oscillator based on relative strength index. Sellers really weakened though, guys. Really weakened here. So if you look at the scalping indicator. So I don't know. And then often, remember, it just has to go down from that wick, which was above my position. So finally, I'm green again. Whoa. Okay, so I've got a winning position again. So I'm going to look to turn around up here unless it forces me to turn around sooner. I'm going to look for that same extension level. I'm giving that. It abruptly turned it around once before. Unless I see this magnet get yanked up there, I'm going to reverse at that level, which is very close. I mean, I'm looking at the market maker right here, and then I have it on my right below it. I actually don't want to move my one thing I am doing differently here because you guys are watching is I'm not using hotkeys. I would probably in a competition be using my hotkeys, but I'm so used to using the buttons now that I feel like it's not that big a deal because I'm doing it for YouTube. Don't want to do it too soon. That arrow just keeps moving up with it. Okay, so it told me it's going to go down. So if I need any more assurance besides the extension, it just told me it's going to go down. So with the oscillator as well. So just try to capture the highest I can get up near the 80-cent mark somewhere in there. Last time I jumped out a little too soon. Again, just based on indicators, this is what I'm doing. There's 7. I'm going to take that. I got it at 81 this time. Almost there. And, of course, it blows right through it. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take that, reverse it there. I'm up long again, hoping I get some bouncing action here. It is a spinning top or a rickshaw man right there. Learn your patterns, the candlestick pattern playbook. That's a reversal sign, so to go back down. Even on a 1 minute now, but if you look at the 5 minutes, the 15 minutes, and the 5 minutes, it's nothing but up. So sometimes you have to think about that on the I'm going to go back long again. 69 long. So I managed to stair step up to 2K. Now we kind of thought this might be what we were going to make today. We were talking the way Apple moves. So we're ahead of schedule. We're really only like halfway in, and I've already got to the 2K. So I don't know how he's doing, and I just have to assume he's doing as good, if not better. And I just got to keep pushing to try to beat him. But you're seeing how to trade a large cap stock with a sort of morphed RV strategy, and then the way I use these indicators. So hopefully this is really helping everybody watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will make this layout free for you. I will be having a treasure hunt coming on soon, you know, probably this week at some point. So I'm going long, 239.69. She is communicating that to them. Wow, we're right there. We're right there again. I'm going to take that. So I got it again. I got it. It's a new high, but I banked 100 and something bucks there. Seems like it's going to keep going up, and what I'm doing is I'm really pushing the envelope and trying to catch some of these baby scalps. I don't highly recommend it. You could just ride this up. I want to get every dime I can get out of this. It's not slipping hardly at all, which is fantastic for this share size. That went up right when I'm going to reverse back. Darn. I did not like what just happened there. I got it. I'll try it. I was trying to get it at 73. No, that's not good. Yeah, okay. Guys, everybody's doing pretty good here. Yeah, I'm really pushing these little, I think I might have made 50 bucks there, but that was a real chance, actually, what I just did there. So looking for it to get back up to the extension level and near its new high again. Maybe break that extension, get up to the high, and then I will reverse on that and just try to manage a bad position if it keeps going up, because it, you know, this is the thing with large caps is they keep bouncing back. So as long as you're quick enough, even if it keeps going up, you can kind of get the little moves in between. That can backfire. It has definitely backfired with me many times. So it's risky. It's just the way I'm pushing the envelope for sure, guys. And I don't want to get too lost in conversation where I don't. 85, 87. I'm going to take that. What did I get at 87? So I got a couple $100 there, I think. I'm not watching the money as much as the price action. So, so we want to see it get back down here again. What is it? 67. It spiked. Did it again. This is a lot. This is a level right in here in the low 70s, high 60s to try to go back long again, because the 15-minute and 5-minute are showing you that it is definitely going long. It's coming down now. Take that, 69. Okay, so I think that's about where it was stopping. go. I'm gonna go. I think I lost money on that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna grab it again at 67. I guess I made a little bit of money there. Don't. You can turn back around now. You can turn back around now. Let's not keep going down. First 15-minute and 5-minute red candles. So you can see here how it's showing you. So I'm going long now. We are just getting baby moves here. It just pretty much stopped at this extension. And I'm just playing that now. That's the only thing I got to go by, guys. So I'm just going to try to muscle out some money here. Not beginner trading really at this the way it's moving. But you don't have to take them. You could be trading this on a 5-minute chart, and you could be trading with 20 shares. So you definitely could make money the way this is moving here. So I'm just really pushing it, which I don't recommend. Really pushing the edge to try to get, if I can break 3K here, I think I have a good chance of winning the competition, but I don't know. I haven't seen any really mistakes here. I think I had a minor one. So I think I'm capitalizing about all you can do here. So again, I tried to stop right there and an arrow popped up right at the extension. Getting myself nervous by talking about the competition. That's the only thing that really gets me going is when I compete against other people. Not myself doesn't get me going anymore. It's almost boring for me, even with high share size, believe it or not. But in a competition, I can get excited, So we're going to keep looking for it to drop down where it's been and go back up again. That's been working. We'll just see if I get a chance again. Now it's just telling you it's going to go down. So that was the oscillators kind of kicked it down, and it disappeared. The magnets way down here were way above the level, and it didn't pull up. So there's a lot of draw to go down here. That's why it's fighting itself, darn, it was just not exactly what I wanted to get there, but I saw 67. Yeah, there it is. That's what I really wanted. So I think I'm a little out of where I want it to be, but it's not too bad. If it gives me an opportunity on a little jump, yeah, I might do that again. So that's 71. Now we go. There we go. So I think I managed to get another 50, 60 bucks, and I'm right where I wanted to be. So that's where it had been stopping, was like in this area, 67. So I like this position to manage a bad position if it keeps going down. We'll see. I'm really, really just trying to get every dime I can get here. We really want to see this pull up before it's kind of making a flat top here. So we need a flat top breakout to play it really long. Otherwise, we're stuck in here, and I could lose this. I could not make, if this keeps going down, then I'm definitely in the wrong position here. So I am getting, but see this coming in? This could pull up the magnet, and then it could jumpstart this with a trampoline right the heck up. So let's watch everything else. We're green on everything but the 15-minute. Let's see if the scalping indicator goes up in volume, and then not with red volume. We want green volume, and then see if this pops up. If this pops up, this thing could break the flat top. So, learn how to read these, guys. It kind of predicts the future right in front of you. If you have the right indicators, and then the patterns don't hurt either. I don't have a definitive pattern here. We've got a spinning top. There it goes. It just popped up. Did you see it? So that's a good sign. The average volume became up here now. People like to trade with the crowd, right? So we're in between half and whole dollars, and this has been completely respected, but this hasn't been near it yet. So let's see if that was enough. He keeps jumping in here. Let's see if that was enough to break this flat top, because that's what I'm looking for now. I might not jump out quite as quickly to ride it back down if it breaks up here this time. So I'm looking. It could pop back down right as it gets there, or I could see one of those oscillator arrows saying you're too high. So, but look at that. That was 100% there, 100%, 88%. Well, you see it just popped the green. These just popped up with it. So this is going to break. This is telling me it's going to break. I'd be really surprised if that didn't break right there. So let's see what happens. Breaks this level. I mean, it really starts to go. So let's see. Again, rickshaw man spinning top down here, reversing it to go up. We don't really have any bigger pattern. You've got a 78.6% chance it goes up. There it went. I looked away. And then the magnet just keeps pulling up. So, yeah, it did exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, let's see if it can break the even dollar. That would be the next thing. And then you've got your way up here. I mean, this is a lot of action. All green. At the top of this, 99%. Bro, it's pushing the magnet up, so we're looking, everything's green. We're looking to hold this, guys. I'm not going to do the little shenanigans right now. It's too risky. When you get the conflicting, now that's not good for it to keep going up. So was that there before? Or did that just pop in late? Or this candle just opened? Okay. So that could mean that the price action could go down but still go up. But I wish we didn't see that come in, because now I was just about to say, when it's conflicting is when you want to try to jump on if you want to dare to try jump on the little scalps. I've got a huge cushion here right now to hold this. Let's see if this is going to break it here. If this breaks this volume, this closes in 10 seconds. Look at the volume. Will the volume beat the last volume? 4 seconds. It's close. It's almost exactly the same. I didn't beat it. So the volume dropped off a tiny bit, but it's right at the top. And then the even dollar turned it around right there. So this could be the end of the move. We only have 3 minutes left to trade. I can trade right to the end. Logic would tell me, because of the competition, I'm going to stay in the move. Because if he does and I don't, then I'm screwed, so to speak. So he can't, if I got in it early enough, he can't catch me. We're in the same position. So, but if I make the decision to get out and he doesn't, that's what can kill me. Of course, it could go the other way if he got out and then it goes down, and I didn't do it. I know he reverses too. So, but look at this. This is all going up, guys. Everything's going up. So as the price action goes down, I'm saying that. I can't believe I'm actually nervous. I never get nervous. I mean, I do, but you know what I mean? Just trading doesn't really make me nervous too much, except competition, like I said. So I was just noticing that I was nervous. It's exciting, to feel that way. I feel excited. Maybe it's I feel excited, not nervous. I'm excited. Yeah. I like it when when I can predict the future so clearly based on the indicators, because they just basically, you saw me call them. I said why it was going to happen, and it happened. Now this indecision is scary. It seems like it's hit a real wall here with the even dollar amount. Again, trading with the crowd. It's just been staying right around $300 profit here. Yeah, we've only got 2 minutes left to trade. I can trade to the end of the 30-minute candle after open. So really, when it gets to the time would be 10:31. Like the second it clicks 1, I'm out. Everything's tabulated at that point. And if anybody cares, I'll give you the answer to who won at another time and how close it was and all those things. So won't know all that at first here before this video is over. But more importantly, whoa, okay, look at that. Boom, we're springing up. How much time do I have? Excuse me, I have a minute and a half. Did you guys see that happen? Get the market magnet This is based on the volume profile, but just tweaked that Thinkorswim has. You could just use theirs and tweak it yourself. It won't ever be exactly the same, but you might as well just spring for it. And it came in, it popped it up, and I expected the price action to go up, but it just kind of froze. But it did go. We did get up to 500 here, so yeah, it's still. Oh no, this is stuck. Oh, because the volume spiked. Okay, so I've got to look at the level too. Okay, the candlestick just suddenly froze. Sometimes Thinkorswim does that because of high volume. So I'm getting ready to get out. We're way up here. We're up here. This is where we are. It's probably going to catch up any minute. Yeah, there it goes. 25 seconds left. Is it going to keep going? I'm just going to take it. Poof. That was weird. I didn't catch that at first, but I looked up here and it said $500, and it should have been around 300 there. So that's it. Everything went haywire there with a massive amount of volume came in right there, shot that forward. That volume recalculated the magnet and it pushed it up like a springboard. That's why that's so valuable. And then you just want to look at the other. Wow, it's still going. Okay, well, whatever. I'm out. We had to stop at 30 minutes. Looks like you can keep making money on this stock today. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. Remember to trade in a simulator first. Have a day trading plan with a max loss per day and then a max loss per trade as well. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a thumbs up, check out all the cool stuff and the free stuff too, and always stay inquisitive and go green, and I will see you next time.